Hey, this is Rich with another quick tips tutorial brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right into this poster's question was how to cut out a photo of a wedding couple that you put inside the circle of this graphic. So we separated the graphic from the background, and so we got the two different layers there already. And I'm supposing that's what this poster also has, is two different layers. So if we take our photo here and just left click and drag it into our working image here, and it just brought it in. It brought it in onto the top layer. Well, so now what we want to do is we want to drag this top layer in between this layer of the graphic and the background. So we just grab the top layer and drag it down right in between the two. And you can see right over here it popped right in between. Now there's two things going on, and one is the size of the photo, and the other is that the photo is going beyond the limits of our graphic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom layer, which is our background. I'm going to lock it. So I hit the little lock. And then let's go ahead and take this foreground image here, and let's go ahead and lock that so that we don't by mistake grab it. So I'm going to click here to highlight it and then hit the little lock button. So now whenever I click on here, the only thing I can do is click on is the actual photo. That's the only thing that we want to manipulate here. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to zoom out because the photo is actually bigger than our canvas size. You could tell by these little squares that are around the whole thing. If you grab one of the top left or right squares, you can make the photo a little bit smaller, and then I'll drag it back into place. So you see what's happening is it's coming down to size. Now I believe your problem was you were trying to go like this and have it fit within the circle of the graphic, and that's just not going to work that way. So don't worry about the extra space around the outside, because we'll get rid of that later. So all we want to do is first position and resize the photo to what we want. So I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to grab it and pull it up here. Then I'll grab this side over here, make it a little smaller, just so that they fill in the whole image here, and bring it down over here. That looks pretty good right around there. And they're filling in the whole circle here that's available, right? Maybe we'll make it a little bit smaller so his head's not hitting the flower up here. Okay, so we like that right around there. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. And that's how we size it and position it, because we can position it anywhere we want. Once we got it where we want it, all we have to do now is, since it's chosen, this layer is chosen right in between, right? Is we want to cut out the extra stuff. It's really simple. All you got to do is grab this polygon over here and make sure down here that it's not on freehand. You want to do over here on polygon lasso. And what we're going to do is draw around the circle here, beyond the edge here, but before you get to the outside. That's basically going to cut the picture out just behind this round circle. So I'm going to click here. That's one, and you can see there's a line from it. I'm going to click over here. I don't want to go like this because you see the line is cutting into the picture. So I'll go over here and click, click, left click each time. Click, 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 click. And now we're back to the beginning over here. Double click. And you'll see now it's a line that goes all the way around this edge. Now we want to choose what we're going to cut out. The center of that circle that we just made, or the outside, everything else. And that's what we want to get rid of. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to say to select the inverse. And that selects everything but the circle that I drew. So as soon as I hit select inverse, it selects everything else on that layer only. So when I hit delete, it deletes everything else besides what's inside this circle that I created. And that's how you get rid of everything else. I'll hit Control D to deselect, and that's pretty much it. If I want to see what I did, what the actual picture looks like, I can turn off the top layer, and now you see the actual square or polygon or whatever it is that we created with the polygon. And that's pretty much it. So we got the background, you got our picture, and then you got our foreground image. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and that's pretty much it. We save it as a JPEG or whatever we want, and we got our image ready to go. This is Rich calling it quits for this quick tutorial, saying over and out.